ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯಂ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕಾಯ್ತವ್ರೆ.
ಯಾರು ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯ?
ನೀವೇನಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಕಾಯ್ತವ್ರೆ? ಸುಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣ್ಯಂ, ಅಮೀರ್ ಪಾಷಾ.
ಅವರೇ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್.
ಅಮೀರ್ ಪಾಷಾನಾ? ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಗೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಫಸ್ಟ್.
ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾಮನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ
ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅದು ಯಾರೋ ಎಲ್ರಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ, ಅವ್ನು ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಅನ್ಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ. ಹಾಕಿರೋ ಜಿಮೇಲ್ ತಪ್ಪು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ
ಯಾರು
ಆಗಿದ್ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕಳ್ಸೋದು ಜಿಮೇಲ್ಗೆ GIM ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಹಲೋ, ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್.
ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಆಯ್ತು ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಹಲೋ ಸರ್.
ಹಾ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಮೇಡಮ್?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ ಮೇಡಮ್.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಎಕೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಅದು ಬೇಡ. ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಹಾಕೋಣ.
ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರು ನಾನು ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನನಗೆ ಬಂತು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲ್ ಐಡಿಯಿಂದ ಅವ್ರು ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್. ಅದವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಅವ್ರು ಇದ್ರ ನಂಬರು
ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. ಹೇಗೆ ಇನ್ನ ಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಲಾ
ಸರ್? ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಇನ್ನ ಜನ ಬರ್ಲಾ?
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ.
ಸರಿ ಸರ್.
ಕನ್ನಡ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ
ಹಾಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೇನ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ರಮ್ಮ.
ನಾವೇ
Hello, madam. We can start now.
ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ ಸರ್?
Start ಮಾಡಿ.
ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎವರಿವನ್.
Good morning.
ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎವರಿವನ್. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Myself, Ramanjanamma, Associate Professor, Department of Political Science, ACE National Degree College, Gauribidnur. Today, Department of Political Science organized one-day national webinar on COVID-19 and Indian federalism. I invite all the dignitaries, delegates, colleagues, friends, students, and everyone. And also I welcome especially Dr. Amir Pasha, Associate Professor, Department of Political Science, GFGC, Devanhalli, Bangalore Rural District. I welcome, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Today we are conducting webinar on the issue of COVID-19 and Indian federalism. So Indian federalism is very important, and also we have articles 245 to 255. There is a this distribution of legislative powers of the center state. So we know that central list, state list and concurrent list. Here the central list including 100 issues, state list 63 issues and concurrent list 52 issues, and zero powers it goes to central government. So the central government has been enjoying the authority of the zero powers. So the administrative relations has been extended in the articles 256 to 261 and economic relations 264 to 267. So the 18th part of the constitution expanded 3 kinds of emergencies. 352 article explained national emergency, 356 article explained state emergency, and 360 article explained economic emergency. So 301 to 305 articles extended cordial relations between center and state. So the central government take measures on these issues. So we analyzed here the relationship between center and state under COVID-19. So I welcome to Dr. Amir Pasha to explain on this issue. Over to Dr. Amir Pasha.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, sir.
Good morning, all.
Yes.
First of all, I would like to thank Dr. A.H. Ramarao, President NES, and guest of honor, Professor S.N. Nagaraj Reddy, sir, Honorable Secretary NES, one more guest of honor, Sri Nagarajappa, President, College Administrative Council NES, and Dr. M.V. Krishnamurthy, sir, AO, AES NC, Professor V. Jagadish, Vice Principal, Dr. G.B. Panduranga Nayak, Principal, and Professor Ramanjanamma, Program Coordinator. In this webinar, I would like to talk on the nature of Indian federalism and federal issues accentuated during COVID-19 pandemic. India's success in defeating COVID-19 actively rests upon center-state collaboration. However, some recent developments have revealed fissures in center-state cooperation, as it is the states which act as first responders to the pandemic. Supplying them with adequate funds and autonomy becomes a prerequisite in effectively tackling the crisis. This requires the center to view the states as equals and strengthen their capabilities instead of increasing their dependence upon itself. In this context, COVID-19 poses a litmus test for the federal structure of India, whose nature is already a matter of debate amongst constitutional experts. Nature of Indian federal structure. Federalism traditionally signifies the independence of the union and state governments of a country in their respective spheres. However, due to the centralizing tendency of Indian federalism, KCVR refer to it as quasi-federal. Similarly, other constitutional experts describe Indian federalism as federation without federalism and a union of unequal states, particularly the way it has evolved over the years. Let us discuss the features of Indian federation that reflects a centralizing tendency. Inequitable division of power. The division of powers is in favor of center and highly inequitable form that of a true federation. The union list contains more numbers and important subjects like defense, currency, external affairs, citizenship, railways, etc. than the state list. Also, the center has overriding authority over the concurrent list, and the residuary powers have also been left with the center in India. No territorial integrity with the states in India. The Parliament can, by unilateral action, change the area, boundaries, or name of any state in India according to Article 3 of Indian Constitution. Indian federalism is described as an indestructible union of destructive states. It means the union cannot be destructible, but the structure of the states can be destructive. Flexibility of the Constitution. The Constitution of India embodies not only the powers of the center, but also those of the states. Further, the bulk of the Constitution can be amended by the unilateral action of the Parliament, and the power to initiate an amendment to the Constitution lies only with the center. Emergency provisions. During an emergency, the central government becomes all powerful and the states go into the total control of the center. It converts the federal structure into a unitary one without a formal amendment of the Constitution. Appointment of the governors in India. The governor is the head of the state, but is appointed by the president. He holds office during the pleasure of the president. In this capacity, he or she acts an agent of the center. Integrated constitutional offices. Indian Constitution provides for an integrated audit machinery such as CAG, Election Commission such as Election Commission of India, and states have no control over these offices. Also features like single citizenship, integrated judiciary, and all India services also signifies centralizing tilt in India. Let us discuss about federal issues accentuated during the pandemic COVID-19. Lack of finances with the states. Due to the COVID-19 induced lockdown, the sources of states' revenue have collapsed. Majority of states' revenue comes from liquor sales, stamp duty, from property transactions, and the sales tax on petroleum products. However, their expenditures such as on interest payment, social sector schemes, and staff salaries remains unchanged. Moreover, states are now called upon to spend more on beefing up their health infrastructure and on COVID-19 measures, including testing, treatment, and quarantining. States' GST collections have also been severely affected with their dues still not dispersed by the center. According to FRBM, states cannot borrow from the market over a certain limit. FRBM means a Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act. Further, the PM CARES Relief Fund has been put under the admit of Corporate Social Responsibility, that is CSR, contributions. However, contributions to the CM Relief Fund or State Relief Fund for COVID-19 do not qualify as admissible CSR expenditure.